Hey Emeka, I hope you are well. I'm really pleased that you're learning the rest of Für Elisa. I think you'll really enjoy it. Like you say, it's a lovely piece of music and it will do you a ton of good. It'll really help your keyboard skills in lots of ways. And there are other pieces like this which will, again, are fun in themselves, kind of classical pieces that are fun in themselves, but will really help your piano skills. So once you've finished Für Elisa, give me a shout if you want suggestions about other stuff to learn, okay? Because I will very happily help you there. What I'm going to do today, by the way, apologies in advance, my keyboard is going to sound quite noisy because I'm just using a lapel mic today and rather than my proper mic. So if you get a bunch of keyboard noise, sorry about that. What I'm going to do is just take you through this section from the second time bar for the kind of 8 bars until the main theme returns. Yeah, as you probably know, there's another section that's different at the end of the piece, okay, that has the repeated A's in the bass. But if you have any problems with that, drop me another message and we'll deal with that another day. For today, I'm just going to deal with this tricky section, which is actually, it should be well within your capabilities, but it's actually the hardest section of the piece, okay? Let me just kind of go through it step by step. Let me play from bar 20, where we have the end of the main theme. Okay, and let's say that we've got to the second time bar. Now, straight away there, you have the change in tone where you get the, those 3 chords leading you into the, the new section. What you can do there is have a little pause, just kind of artistic pause, and then, but do watch out, make sure that you, when you start playing those, those running chords, you play them at the same speed as the other semiquavers. It's really easy just to kind of slow down. So if you've been doing the whole thing, let's say fairly slowly, so bum 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 is your semiquaver speed, your half beat speed. So those need to go like that as well. So I would practice it quite slowly at first, but make sure that this section, keeps the tempo with the first section. Yeah. That doesn't mean to say you can't play about with the tempo. You can't use tempo rubato where you're kind of expressive and musical with it. It doesn't need to be in strict time, but try to, make sure that the tempo of this section kind of matches up with the tempo of the first section. So again, let's keep going through really slowly. We have and then we have the first of the grace notes, which you were asking about. Just let me do that again. So the important thing with those is that we're playing them quite quickly, not necessarily super quickly, but we are playing them before the main note lands and before the F comes down on the left as well. So what you kind of do is you in effect take the time from that note there, that chord there, the last of the running chords, and just kind of squash those 2 notes between them, just sort of snatch them out. That's something that's really, really worth practicing. Again, in this section, there are several bits where it's worth going over it kind of over and over and over again, just a couple of bars that are quite tricky. Then it's not too bad for a bar or 2. And now we come to bar 26, which has got another grace note. And again, what we do with that one, hopefully you can see this here, if you can't, it's the grace note in bar 26, is you kind of steal the time from the A before it. Let me just play that again, bar 26. Okay, make sure to get your thumb under in good time onto the C there. And then we get this bit where you've got an awkward jump in the left. You've got to bring your 5th up. And then you land neatly there. Okay, and this is where we get to that tricky bit with it looks like a tricky bit, it's not if you practice it a fair amount. The demi-semiquavers, half the length of the semiquavers, so faster in the right hand. And what happens here, what you'll find is that right hand pattern, hold on, let me get the fingers right, the fingers written are, that's it. It's a long time since I've played this, so I'm just having to remind myself. Actually, the difficult thing isn't playing that, it's getting, if I remember right, and we'll find out in a minute when I try to play it, it's getting your left hand to land in the right place. So let's try it. Yeah, nearly. Let me try again. There we go. Yeah, just missed the left-hand chord there. And then you're back into the... And that runs you back into the main theme, which is then repeated. So that little bit, it is a little bit awkward, and it's quite a few years since I've played this. So if I were practicing this up now, I'd spend a little bit of time on that, just because it's easy to land in slightly the wrong place. What I would do, if you have the fingers marked in there, is use the fingers that are marked in. Let's do it really slowly. To the something to be careful of, I just noticed myself doing it there, that chord there, don't come off it too soon. Make sure that you're hanging on to it for its full amount of time. Let's go from bar 27, 28, 29, 30 again. And so I'm holding that chord in the left for the full 4 notes and then jumping quite quickly. And if, I mean, I'm guessing here, and based on my memory of first learning it when I was a kid, the challenging thing is actually the little bits of jumping you have. Okay, so the grace notes, once you get used to them, are quite easy. Just remember always to kind of steal the grace note from the note before. So the one at the start again. Yeah, let's try to do up to speed. A little bit better than that. So I'm making sure that I'm landing neatly there, and then that one in bar 26. Yeah, I'm getting that grace note in before the C in the left. Let me do that again. And when you get it up to speed. And again, when you get to the demi-semiquavers, just practice them slowly. And I would bet any money that the difficult thing is going to be the jump from there to there, although it doesn't seem far. And then getting those down. So you could almost take that bar 27, 8, 9, but bar 30, and just practice it over and over. And again. Yeah, and carry on like that. It's one of those little sections that's a little bit awkward, but if you just kind of deal with the individual little problems as they crop up, you shouldn't have too much difficulty with it. What I might try doing is practicing it up myself and see if I can get it to a reasonable speed. So if you want to come back to me with any questions, do that. But like I said, brilliant that you want to learn the rest of this. And if you want to learn some more kind of classics in the same style, it will do you a ton of good. It really will, as a musician. So yeah, there, let me know, come back to me with any more questions. Well done on the kind of production work you've been doing recently. I always watch it on Instagram, and yeah, it's brilliant. So really, I love a bit of hip hop. So keep going on that, but keep going on this as well, and you'll find it's really weird. You wouldn't think that like Beethoven and hip hop production would feed into each other, but they really do. Anyway, there we go. Take care, God bless, and come back to me with any questions that you happen to have. See you soon.